Listen to that. That's the sound of about 400 people. Unfortunately, it's overdubbed a fair bit, but this is the kind of sound that I want to hear come out of the MCG on Grand Final Day. We have all the preliminary finals to get our act right, so it becomes the most profound thing that humanity has ever created, has ever experienced. Now, there are two parts to this performance. The first part is when the siren goes off at half-time, everyone joins in and makes a massive chord like this. And then after 30 seconds, the sector of silence sweeps around at the speed of the second hand, beginning at 12 o'clock, straight through the goals toward the river end, and going all the way through Members at 3 o'clock. That sector sweeps around for an entire minute. Now, the reason why I do that is because everyone has been involved in a choir of 100,000 voices simply singing their note, but they haven't been able to hear from a distance the sound of 75,000 people all singing together, when all the individuals are dissolved away into the mass of all of the other voices. So all you hear is the collective sound of humanity. I think we can do this. We just have to say that would be really cool, and it would give us a really good experience, and it might begin to solve some of our social problems if we find ourselves connected in these kinds of sporting ways. And then we might be motivated to actually have choirs in places that aren't associated with sporting events, places where we go along and laugh and sing and play. Do the stuff that Spontaneous Choir has been doing for the last 23 years. Look it up on YouTube. There's a chance that we can break this spell. We can take control of our own social destiny rather than following the line of all of the different gadgets and things we can get from the technology world. If we can become centered on what we are as humans and exploit what it is that we need as humans, and that's to sound ourselves together. We're a big population. We need to hear ourselves as a big population and say, yes, this is us. This is Australia. This is the grand final. And the whole world is watching, waiting, hoping that we can inspire them to follow us and make every sporting event a time when the crowd comes together with one voice and sings and shares the collective noise that they can create as those thousands only can. That is a peak experience. We need to make it happen for each of us. Make this thing common. Make living life a lot more fun. We are the singers. We've come from all the lineages that singers have ever had throughout ancient history. We exist as vocalists because our language and our singing are so close together. We are the vocalists. Why have we forgotten how to sing? Why are we obsessed with listening to other people's performances rather than doing what our ancestors always did, which was participate in performances? Participation is the key. You have to become, you have to be one with all rather than the witness of something bizarre that happened. So join me on Grand Final Day, the 3rd of October in Australia and Melbourne, as we wait for that grand choir of 100,000 to roar up time. Make sure it happens. It'll be so much fun.